Aquarius darlings, welcome to my sector of the universe. This is Jess from Capella Wellness, here to help you step into your truth and start into your power. For those of you who've never been here before, welcome. Thank you so much for being here for the first time. I'm so glad you're here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for your support. Thank you for liking, for sharing this video so that this message gets out to other people, so that I know that my work is being disseminated out to the masses. Anyway, I do appreciate your love, your support, and returning to watch another video of mine. I do want to mention that I am available for personal readings, and that if you want to sign up for a Capella membership, you get exclusive access to guided meditations, daily guidance videos, and a whole bunch of other awesome benefits. I'm offering a 14-day free trial for some of my memberships of the lower tier, so that you can get a taste of what I offer that I do not put out on YouTube, to help to better prepare you guys for what's coming down the pike, because the collective is going to be going through some major changes. So it would benefit you if you feel called to sign up for a membership. You can cancel at any time. You want to try it out for 14 days and it doesn't work out for you, whatever, that's fine. If you want to keep it, that's fine too. It's very easy to cancel. If you already have a membership and you feel like you want to get more out of it, as I am going to be doing live streams for members only very soon. I'm going to make a bigger announcement about that later. So if you want to not have to be put on a list on my lives and be in a more intimate environment, and I can read, I'll pull more cards with those readings as well. It would benefit you to sign up for one of the memberships that includes access to my members only live streams. Okay, check out the description box below, or go to capellawellness.com for more information on my Capella memberships. You also get free access to my mobile app, where you can access all of the exclusive content there, and you can chat with me and other people, and go check out whatever else is there. All right, I wish you guys a wonderful week, a wonderful month. With that being said, let's get into your reading. Hey there, Aquarius. Welcome to your reading. How are you? I hope you are doing awesome. Oh boy. You guys are the lucky ones. You get to have your reading done in the middle of a very severe thunderstorm. So if you haven't watched Libra's reading, or if you ever watched Libra's readings, it got very dark in that reading. Not the message, it was the the outside. Anyway, I hope you guys are well. I hope I send you much love and many blessings. I don't know why I feel like I'm nervous. Somebody's nervous here. I send you much love and many blessings, as I always do. So Aquarius, I hope you had a very fantastic 4th of July. I hope your summer is going well. And I hope this reading helps you. Alrighty, what we're going to do here today, Aquarius, is we're going to see what's going on with you at this time, what obstacles you are facing, what lessons you are learning to help you with your spiritual growth and your healing, as this is what this is about. We're then going to get guidance on how to best navigate these energies, what you need to let go of, what the full moon in Capricorn is bringing you, which occurs on July 13th at 21 degrees of Capricorn. And lastly, we're going to see what's going on with love and relationships for you. All right. Okay. What is going on with Aquarius? I've been getting a lot of big communication energy for the other signs. I've done water and air. Well, I'm doing air right now. Oh, holy shit. Sorry, guys. We have the Empress. Look who's at the bottom of the deck. It's King Triton. It's the Emperor. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. They want me to pull him out. Look who's behind him. That sounds kind of funny. Ace of Pentacles. There is a new beginning here between the Emperor and the Empress, the divine masculine and the divine feminine. They are ready for a new beginning, a fresh new start. God is presenting this Emperor, now that he's in his full power, with the second chance to make an offer of commitment, long-term, stable, solid offer, financial security, stability with the Empress. I love this. And there's palm trees. There's something about palm trees. Somebody's going to go to an island or someplace with palm trees or something like that. I don't know, something with the ocean. I don't know why they had me pull that out or say that. Okay, they want me to keep them here. These people are ready for harmonious sacred union. They've done their work. They've done the serious work. They're ready now. They've achieved union with self, and they're now ready for a true harmonious sacred union here. Oh my God. How awesome is this? Yeah. But since we had this come out, what's going on with you guys is, and I get 2 messages, okay? For the first group here, remember to take what resonates, leave what doesn't. For somebody who's watching this, keep your unhealthy ego at the door. Make sure you're honest with yourself, okay? This is like the perfect pair. This is the divine couple right here, okay? Who have a very serious divine mission. So for some of you, you are in your full Empress energy. You are fully embodying what a true Empress is. This is divine feminine Christ. Okay? You have really understood your power and your self-worth. You love yourself wholly, fully, unconditionally, and you do that with everybody else. You also unconditionally love your divine masculine. You have really become this individual who has understood that she doesn't need anyone or anyone else to validate her. And it could be a male, okay? So you could flip the roles, whatever it is you need to do. She has come a long way. She's totally vibrating at the violet flame level. Both of these people are. This is a power couple right here. They are going to do some significant things for humanity, for the collective. They're very wise and very knowledgeable. They've both built their own worlds on their own. And they're living life as their true divine selves. They're in alignment with that. This Empress right here is somebody who people look up to. She radiates this glow about her. And people are drawn to that. It's like a moth to a flame. Because of how much energy she exudes. The beauty that she exudes, but it's coming from within. Which makes her this very attractive, very enticing individual. She's in her goddess energy. And because she's in her goddess energy, she actually was that beacon of light for her divine masculine to have him be in his godlike energy. If you look at their faces, they're like, nothing can take us down. No one, no thing. I feel so much power from this, guys. That's why I said what I said. I mean, there is very strong divine energy coming from these cards. This Empress here is like, it is a super powerful person. They're both very powerful people. But they've also gone through quite a hell of a lot. And it's taken them quite a long time. I'm looking at the 3 and the 4, and they're telling me it's taken like 3 or 4 years for these people to get to where they are. or to finalize that, like, that healing and all of that spiritual growth that they've done. But it was a long time coming for both of these. They had to overcome a lot of trials and tribulations. But there's somebody here who is like, they're following their divine purpose. She's following her divine purpose. She doesn't give in to fear. She's been incredibly patient. She's waited a long time for her masculine here. But she wasn't sitting there all hopeless and all depressed. When is this person coming? Blah, 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 blah. No, she's like, I don't do that shit. I know he's coming. He needs to do his work. So I'm going to continue to be in my power and continue to do what I need to do. She made sure with her fin in the water that she was always tied to the subconscious, that she was always trusting her intuition. She follows whatever God tells her to do without question. Hence, half her body out on the land and the rest of it in the water. She's got head-heart balance. She is very in tune with her emotions. She trusts in whatever guidance God is giving to her. She's always following that guidance, and she's making sure that she's always in a high vibrational state so that she can continue to attract abundance in her life, so that she can continue to attract the beauty and luxurious things and vitality, fertility. She's birthing things into the world by her God-given talents. She's showing the world who she really is, and she's not afraid to be who she is. She's not afraid of her power, and neither is the Emperor over here. And because she got to union with self, and she believed in her own abilities, she was always communicating with God. She found her happiness from within, and she removed herself from the 3D world. She created this beautiful life for herself where she's at peace. There's tranquility. There's abundance all around her. She's in excellent health. She may even appear to look younger to other people. Maybe she actually literally got younger. Who knows? But she's in her full feminine power. She's compassionate towards herself and others. She unconditionally loves herself and others. She's very kind and generous and warm-hearted. She gives, but without condition. She also learns how to receive. If what I'm getting is that this Empress is about to receive a true divine masculine Christ, she's calling in her Emperor, because she's also been able to be in her Emperor energy. She has balanced her masculine and feminine, and the same thing with the Emperor. He has balanced his masculine and feminine. They have both achieved sacred balance, which is now they're coming together for this new beginning, for this harmonious sacred union. This is the ultimate pair. Wow, like I don't know if you guys can feel it, but this is like the energy I'm getting from this just by holding these two together. It's very, very significant. Very significant. I'm getting like Venus and Neptune here. I'm getting Pisces energy here because Neptune rules Pisces and Venus rules Taurus. But both of these people are completely balanced. This Empress is completely stable. She's in this incredible power that she doesn't allow anyone to dethrone her. Anybody can say anything to her and it doesn't faze her. She doesn't need anyone to tell her that she's beautiful, that she's intelligent, that she's exceptional, because she knows that about herself. She is her true, authentic, divine self. She lives her truth. She speaks her truth with confidence, with integrity. She knows who she is. And she knows that she's not like anybody else. And she goes about living her life the way God intended for her to live. There's also something about, there's a lot of abundance that's coming for some of you. It's a new beginning here. There's also a new relationship, a very loving, trusting, unconditionally loving, trusting relationship. It's going to be very, very, very solid and stable. Why? Because both of these people, they put God first, and then themselves, and then everybody else. And when you have God at the top of that triangle, you create that Trinity. And it's a very stable shape, right? But these two know that God supersedes everything, to include them. They know that God gave them the power that they're in now, and that God is going to lead them to victory. God is going to give them even more power to fulfill their joint mission. They are no longer codependent on each other or on other people. They're interdependent. They're not afraid to be by themselves. And when they need their time apart, they're not going to be all questioning. They're not going to be all sad and wondering what's going on with the other person, because they have complete trust in each other. Complete unconditional love for each other, because they love themselves first. And this emperor has created this life for himself where he got his stuff together to be able to build a solid foundation for these two to build something great off of. Because at the beginning, these two people they did not have a solid foundation. They were stemming from, they were like building things on a foundation of clay. You can't build something masterful with a clay foundation. But the thing was that this empress knew that she had to come into her power and do her thing, follow her calling, and to shine her light so that her masculine could follow that light home. And that he was doing what he needed to do to build that strong, stable foundation so that both of them could build off of. She knows her role as the divine feminine, the nurturer, the sustainer to the masculine, and the caretaker. He knows his divine role as the ultimate provider, protector of the feminine, the family, and the home. But the masculine is the one responsible for building that strong foundation first. And that starts with building that strong foundation within himself and in his heart space, his head space. Okay? They know what their roles are. She knows that he is here to take the lead. She's led the way in this connection for them to come into their power. He needed her unconditional love to get here. And she had to love herself first for him to get to her. But now the roles are going to switch. And this is part of the divine order, guys. Okay? That the divine masculine is here to lead. Not only the feminine, but to lead others. This is what God wants for everybody. This is how the divine order is supposed to operate. It does not mean that the feminine is beneath the masculine. No, because when I said the triangle, they're both the corners. They're both on the same level. It's just that God's at the top there, but God protects and provides for the masculine so that he can protect and provide for the feminine. And it's kind of like a top tier thing. Like, what's it called? Not a pyramid scheme, kind of like a pyramid. I think you guys know what I'm talking about. But they're still on the same level. It's just that she has her role to sustain him with the unconditional love that she has for herself and for others and for him. Because that love that she has is going to give him that power. That's where the power comes from, guys. It's from love, and that comes solely from God. It's the agape stuff. It's the highest form of love of all. It's the highest frequency of all. God has given her that role to be in that love as the feminine and to shine her light, so much so that it's continuing to give him that power so that he can lead. Because God had built the masculine to do the protecting, to do the providing. But they work together in harmony, okay? That's why it's important for them to get to this power to have harmonious sacred union. They are both in their truth as well. They are both acting as themselves, the person that God made them to be. They're no longer operating as their distorted selves. There's no distortion between the two of these people, not at all, because any distortion does not allow for a harmonious sacred union to occur. So these people, they've done it. They've accomplished something quite incredible here. They're ready to fulfill their joint mission and to rule their empire together. I don't know. I'm at a loss for words, actually. But for the others of you, whether you're male or female, have to embrace your feminine energy and embody it. You need to live it, talk it, drink it, look like it, walk like it, talk like it, all of it. You are divine beings, but you have to embody it, and you have to exhibit the qualities that this person has. And this person taking action when God wants you to take action, not being afraid of your power, not being afraid of taking the lead in things, right? Not being a follower. She's still going to be a leader, right? But she's leading in a different capacity. However, with the divine order, again, he is leading the both of them. And he's also going to lead the family if God has asked them to have a family of their own. She has no issues with him taking over the connection. She's not here to control everything. He's the one who brings the order and the control to prevent chaos. There's a balance of duties between these two. He doesn't overstep her boundaries, her role. She doesn't overstep his boundaries in his role. That's how they're able to rule harmoniously together. And they're going to be very, very powerful with whatever God has asked them to do. But the others of you, some of you have to release full control over everything and just go with the flow and trust in the divine order. Some of you have to start learning how to create more. That brings you your power. To tap into your divine feminine energies and create things. Use your God-given talents for others. That's part of your mission work. You got to stop being insecure about yourself, about coming into power, about taking the lead. You have to stop with the codependencies. You got to stop relying on man and other people for your abundance, for your well-being, for your happiness. You got to start relying on yourself and relying on God for that. You got to release these codependencies. You have to learn how to be interdependent instead of codependent, especially on your masculine and your feminine. You are here to do greater things. You do have a higher purpose, Aquarius. But you have to understand what your true role is. And for some of you, you have to really understand what role God is giving you. Are you the divine feminine fully? Or your main role is it divine feminine or is it divine masculine? Some of you need to figure that out. I'm ready to ask God about that. Okay. But either way, all of you really have to embody this feminine power, whether you're male or female. And you have to understand what beauty really is. It has nothing to do with your appearance. Stop comparing yourselves to others, whether you're male or female. If you're female, you do not have to be a certain height or a certain weight. You do not need to look like a Victoria's Secret model. This is about you being proud of the body shape that God gave you, the hair that God gave you, the color of the eyes or whatever, or you know, your sensitivities or whatever it is. Don't compare yourself to everybody else out there. Be you, be who you are. You need to be your full authentic self if you want to embody the energy of the Empress. And that talks along everything else I talked about. Patience, tranquility, unconditional love, compassion, releasing control, going with the flow, allowing God to take over. Not doing things your way all the time, going to God for everything, and then you acting on what God wants you to do. Your power comes from God. It doesn't come from anything else. It's the same thing for the divine masculine. So some of you need to understand, especially those of you who are female, understand what true beauty really is. It comes from the inside. You don't need anyone to tell you how beautiful you are, how smart you are. You don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to be, oh, well, in order to get this or do that or be successful, you have to look a certain way. You have to be a certain way. You have to act a certain way. What you need to act like is your divine freaking self. Not what other people are telling you to act like in order to bring success or to bring, you know, true love into your life. No, this is about you being your true authentic self, and that is your divine self. That is the person who God made you to be. But this also ties into that you have way more power than you realize, and that's from God. It's within. It's the God confidence. Your beauty is found within. It's like the Beauty and the Beast story. It's what your heart is radiating at. If you've got anger, bitterness, and resentment in your heart, guess what? I have to say it, you're going to appear ugly to other people because you've got an ugly heart. That is ugly, distorted, dark energy. When you have this really dark heart and you don't have compassion for others, I think it's not focusing. You don't unconditionally love others. You don't have patience. You want to control everything. You want to do things your way. You want to be, you know, well, look at me. I have all this power and this, and this. But it's power coming from a dark place. If you've got that going on inside of you, if you are feeling like a victim, guess what? Your outward appearance isn't going to be very aesthetically pleasing. And you're going to attract more of that dark energy to include a distorted feminine, a distorted masculine. When you're not healed, you attract people in situations that are not healed. When you can't forgive, she's all about forgiveness too. That keeps you in a lower vibrational energy. You can't move on, and you can't open up the space for more beautiful things to come into your life. Everything ends up being blocked. All your chakras end up being blocked. This is about healing your sacral chakra. That's the chakra that deals with your creativity. You have this ability, this talent to create beautiful things into this world. And whatever it is that you define as beautiful, it's really up to the beholder, right? Beauty's in the eye of the beholder. Beauty is not defined by man, it's defined by God. If you look at the earth, you look at nature, everything has its own beauty to it. Even if you look at a frog or a pig and people look at those animals like, oh, you know, that's gross or whatever. Some people do, some people don't. Or a snake even, or a scorpion, okay? Or even a spider. There's beauty in those creatures too, right? Think about how God created all of those things. There's a beauty to everything. It's the same thing with you. And for the guys, it has nothing to do with your bank account. It has nothing to do with the job title or the type of job that you hold. It has nothing to do with the car that you drive, the shoes that you wear, the designer clothes or whatever. It has nothing to do with that. Your power does not come from that. It comes from who you are in the inside. Redefining what success is. That's what the Emperor does. He knows he's successful because he is a child of God. He is created in God's image. He already knows he's divine. He's perfect in God's eyes. He doesn't have to be like any other male, any other female. He doesn't have to have that bank account. He doesn't have to have that status. It's all about leadership and about him being emotionally stable and mentally stable. He's secure within his own right. He knows his abilities. He has the ability to attract abundance. He doesn't chase money. He has the ability to attract high quality women because he's in his power. It's the same thing. Attracting high quality men, attracting high quality women. It's all about what you are vibrating at, everybody. But that is being your true divine selves. And not being like everybody else and not trying to keep up with the Joneses. And trying to look at the whole world. Oh, that person's successful. Oh, well, they have that job and that money. Wow, look at that. Oh, I need to look like that if I want to make it in the world. That's bullshit. That is not what you're here to do. You guys really got to start understanding what your roles are here. You have a higher purpose. It's not based off of what man is telling you to do. It's based off of what God is telling you to do. God's giving you a second chance to realize this, for you to really understand what your true roles are here on this planet and who you were made to be. Balancing your masculine and feminine, knowing when to take action and when to let God take over. Is a balance between the two, right? Amongst everything else that I said. Holy balls. It's the world card at the top of the deck. Success. Accomplishment. Wholeness. Fulfillment. These two, I said, they've completed their journeys to union with self. They've achieved a great amount of success, and now this cycle of separation between these two is ending because they're now in their full power. They're ready to come together. They're in perfect harmony here. They're now in alignment with their higher selves and with each other. There's an ending here and a new beginning for these two. And others of you, this is the cycle ending. This is book, your chapter is closing now with regards to this life that you've been living as a distorted masculine, as a distorted feminine. All right, what is the obstacle here? Oh my gosh, my battery's gonna die. 5 of Wands. Stop with the competition. Stop competing. Stop comparing yourself to everybody else. The only competition you guys have is yourselves. Okay? You need to be in your full divine power. But for everybody, it's you embracing both your feminine and masculine energies and achieving the sacred balance between the two. There's harmony here, as I was talking about. Learning how to compromise. Stop trying to do somebody else's job. All of you have one job. Either you're the divine masculine fully, or your role is a divine masculine, or your role is a divine feminine. Okay? And you need to respect each other's roles. As I said, nobody is going to overstep the other person's roles, boundaries, all of that. You know what God's telling me? You're going to know your place. Like, God's like coming down right now. It's kind of funny. If you can quote unquote hear what I'm hearing, he's like, you guys need to understand your roles here, and that God is the one who controls everything. That God is above you. God is always going to be above the divine masculine, divine feminine. Okay. These two are now going to cooperate together because they know each other's roles. They're going to be finding the common ground. The situation, the conflict between them is going to be resolved. Okay? There is a resolution here. Harmony is being restored to these individuals. They're no longer trying to compete in this 3D world. It's the same thing that some of you guys got to understand. There's also misunderstandings are going to be cleared up between these two. And that's what I was saying. You guys have to there's misunderstanding as to what your role is on this earthly plane. For most males, you are the divine masculine Christ. For most females, you are the divine feminine Christ. And you got to understand those roles. But you also, again, have to balance the feminine masculine energies within yourselves. But knowing that the majority of the males here, they are here to lead. They were built for this. They were created for this. Again, providing, protecting the feminine, the family, and the home. That is their role. They provide. It does not mean that she is beneath her. What's happened is, with the Piscean age especially, a lot of people have gotten to this power complex, this God complex, thinking that they're better than the feminine, they're better than other people, they're better than other men. And they were putting the feminine in a lower tier. That is not what God intended. He does not control her. She does not control him. They know their place and they listen to God. It's like what God told me one day. He said, Jess, when you come into union with your counterpart takes the lead from now on. You've done your role in leading the connection to get him to his power. Now the roles are going to flip. You are going to have him provide for you, but you're going to still do your divine mission, and you're going to be in your power to have the joint mission together with your counterpart. And I said, okay, God. He told me specifically, let your masculine take the lead. Until we are pulled off this earth. The roles switch. And God said, you are going to be still in your power, sustaining him so that he can do what I've called him to do. Again, the provider, the protector of the home, the feminine, and the family. And for most males, That is their divine role, because that is part of the divine order. She isn't going around saying, I don't need an emperor, I don't need a man. He's not going around saying, I don't need a female, I don't need an empress. No, they need each other. You need somebody to build an empire. You cannot build an empire on your own. That's why these two are coming together. And some of you, there's misunderstandings with regards to who you really are this lifetime. Feminine's got to stop controlling men, controlling everything and doing everything. And the men have to learn how to receive, and they have to stop thinking that money is power and sex is power and all this other stuff, and stop controlling the women. Some of them are starting to fall into the divine feminine role, where they don't want to have this power. They don't want to protect, provide, and take care of. We got to get back into these divine roles, guys. This is what's really going to help humanity. And for whatever, with Aquarians here, you guys are in the forefront of this. This keeps coming up in your readings about you being on the front lines of understanding what this is. Okay? There's a lot of misunderstandings about what your role is here on this planet. Lovers is the bottom of the deck. I told you, there's harmonious sacred union between these two. These two are now aligned for this. There's going to be marriage here between the two of them. This is also about they're both in alignment now with themselves, their higher selves, and with each other, which is why this harmonious sacred union is happening. This is also about you guys understanding that you need to start making healthier choices for your highest good, which is why I said going to God from now on for everything. Instead of listening to man all the time, you can go to people who are already aligned with God, with their higher selves, to give you guidance. That's fine. But instead of looking all the time outside of yourself for answers, know that you have the answers within. And go to God. Ask him first to make those healthy choices in love and life for yourself. You're going to start making better choices in relationships and for what is better for your highest good. Okay? There's also mistrust. There's trust issues here. There's also a big misalliance. You guys are misaligned with your roles. Some of you, not all of you. There's another smaller group here that you are aligned with who you know who you are. Okay? There's also misunderstandings about your roles, what a true deep soul connection is, what a twin flame connection is. Thank you, God. True twin flames, true light counterparts is what they wanted me to call it. They embody these roles. She gives the lead back to the masculine. He's supposed to provide for her, which does mean that he's going to be the one making the money and bringing home the bacon. It's kind of like what it was before, right? With the men doing the work, providing for the family, protecting, and the woman, mother, whatever, caring for the family. But there was respect between the two. There was no overstepping of boundaries. He didn't control her. She didn't control him. He respected her. She respected him. That is what a true twin flame connection is. Because he is ultimately going to be the one who's going to be providing, which includes the money, which includes other things, even when it has to do with sex, believe it or not. He takes the lead in that. Okay? This is going to be very eye-opening for some of you. But this is exactly what God is showing me. This is exactly what he wants me to teach. That is what a true true twin flame connection is about. Okay? But she does her part to give him what he needs to lead. That is very important. That's why it's so important for her to get into her power. But for others of you, you are misaligned with your values. Some of you are choosing relationships where one person is supposed to be divine masculine and they're not, or you're overstepping their boundaries. You're trying to be the divine masculine when you're not supposed to be. You're trying to be the divine feminine when you're not supposed to be. Something like that. There's a discord here. There's an imbalance here with the roles. Again, with the misunderstandings. But this misunderstanding is going to be cleared. There's harmonious resolution between the Emperor and the Empress now, because that's why there's this union coming between the both of them. Holy crap. They want me to keep that card out too. Okay. What is the lesson being learned here? What is the lesson being learned for Aquarius? Man, this is a crazy reading. I was not expecting this. It kind of came out that way, but I'm going to read it in the upright. Knight of Pentacles. Being responsible for your actions. Okay? The lesson is here is understanding the consequences of your actions and then taking responsibility from them. Being accountable for things. Again, stop blaming. Stop with the trust issues. Stop misaligning yourself. Or stop getting into relationships with people who do not have the same core values. She knows what her core values are. He knows what his core values are. They have the same core values. And part of that involves God being at the top of everything and them understanding their roles. Okay? They've worked very hard to understand that. But this again is about accountability. It's taking responsibility for your actions. Being patient, being diligent, persevering, determination, taking notes. Maybe some of you need to take notes. Okay? Learning, taking the time to learn, taking the time to heal. This is also about stubbornness. This stubbornness has got to go, Aquarius. Okay? And I'm not judging you guys, and I'm not trying to chastise you, because I love you guys regardless, okay? Because I've been through some crap too. I get this. I'm Aquarius moon, if you didn't already know. I had a little bit of stubbornness too, way back when. Especially when God told me, Jess, you are not going to be taking the lead going forward. Your masculine is. And I was like, oh, okay. I didn't say, oh, well, wait a minute, God. Well, I built my business and I did this and I did that and I did all this work, and now you're going to give the lead to this person? I did not say any of that because I knew better. I'm like, I'm not going to budge. God, I didn't say any of that. When God told me that my masculine was going to take the lead from here on out, I'm like, okay, God, I comply. I understand. And he was explaining to me what I needed to still do in this connection, even after coming into union, okay? So the stubbornness, it's got to go. Lack of follow through, it's got to go. You got to stay committed to the task at hand, all right? Slow and steady wins the race, guys. You cannot rush the healing. You cannot rush union. You cannot rush anything, all right? That keeps coming up. You got to learn how to have patience. Whether you're male or female, patience is everything. That entails relinquishing control to God, because God ultimately controls everything. All right? You have to really take responsibility for more things in your life, Aquarius. And you got to finish what you started. But you got to be patient in this journey, okay? It takes a long time to balance out these energies. I know. I've been through that. 9 of Wands. Overwhelmed. You're stifled. This is tiresome. This is weary. When are things going to change? God's testing you. It's a test of your faith. It's a test of your commitment. How committed are you going to be to this? Even though it's painstakingly slow, it's slow for a reason, because an emperor and an empress do not get to their full power in a matter of like months, not even a year, okay? You got to stick it out. You have to build that faith here, and you have to build that endurance and that stamina and that true grit, because you're preparing for when you are about to rule, guys. There's going to be a lot of opposition. There are going to be people who are going to try to dethrone you, and you got to have this fortress around you, in a sense, to keep going, to not give up, to know in your power and know that God is always leading the way and God is always going to see you through. Okay? But you got to put the hard work into it, no matter how tiring it gets, no matter how grueling it gets. God's testing your patience, and he's also testing your faith, and he's also testing your endurance, your stamina. How bad do you really want it, Aquarius? Patience is a big thing, and endurance is a big thing. How bad do you really want it? Are you willing to wait for it? Because God is going to be the one who's going to know when you are fully ready. You have to be fully ready, because when the blessings come in, you're not going to fuck it up. And you're not going to let anybody to dethrone you or try to take over your empire. You've done too much. You've come too far to give up on this. So you have to keep persevering. You can't give up when the going gets tough, because empresses and emperors, they don't give up when the going gets tough, do they? Nope. They're ruling a whole empire of people. And there are going to be people who are not going to like them. There are going to be people who are going to try to take them down. That is not what you're going to do when you are going to be fulfilling your role, your individual mission, and your joint mission. Okay? You got this. No matter how long it takes, you got this. You have to release that energy of like being overwhelmed. I can't do this. There's no way. I have to give up. It's too much. It's too long. No. You're building up strength to prepare for your rulership. Don't get caught up on how long this is taking, because you're going to lose focus, okay? You will lose focus if you're focusing on the length of time this is taking. There's also something here where somebody is coming in with a solid, stable offer of commitment. They want commitment for the long haul. They're in it for the long run, is what I just heard. I'm hearing it's taking 6+ years, because they're making me look at the number 6. Okay. We have Gemini here. Gemini energy. Maybe you have Gemini in your chart. They do. Both of you do. Earth as well. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But both of these people worked very hard to get here. They were very patient. They didn't want to rush it, because they both knew they needed to be fully ready for when God called them in, because their joint mission is going to be a big one. Okay? They need to be fully prepared. It's the same thing for you guys who are starting this. Let go of that stubbornness. You need to be patient, and the impatience. You're being called for something really huge here, guys. But if you're not ready to rule that empire, you're going to be overtaken. That is not what God wants. What is the guidance for Aquarius? Let yourself receive. Allow others to give you loving care. Receive without guilt or apology. See, I think I said this. The Empress, she knows the law of equal give and take. She knows when she needs to receive things. She doesn't give, and not take. Which is why she's allowing, she knows that her emperor takes the lead and that he receives what he's giving to her. She doesn't have to give everything to him. It's reciprocity between the two of them, the harmony, right? She lets the emperor provide for her because of everything that she's gone through. It's part of the divine order. She doesn't control everything. He has part of the control to include finances, to include the whole sexual relationship between the two. She's not always pleasing the emperor and then like nothing happens to her. She receives from him what he wants to give to her from a sexual standpoint. He takes the lead in that, like I said. What I'm hearing from these two is that like he has this goal to please her first. She receives her pleasure first before he does. That is what it's supposed to be. That is also part of the divine order. A true divine masculine understands this. Right? She goes first. And then he gets his thing. Right? Oh my God, I love it. Let yourself receive. Set your sights higher. Increase your standards and expect more for yourself. Don't settle. You gotta be in your power. You are here to attract a true divine masculine, not a distorted one, okay? Pay attention to what I'm saying. Notice repetitious signs in your inner guidance, as this can yield valuable information. Again, with the intuition, okay? Always trusting your intuition and not second guessing that. Stop trying to do everything. Stop trying to control everything. You're a giver and you help others in so many ways. Most of the time, you truly enjoy giving. So when you let others give to you, they experience the joy of giving. You give them a gift each time that you're a gracious receiver. By receiving, you replenish yourself and balance the male and female energies within and around you. By allowing yourself to receive, you swim in the flow of life, which washes away stagnant energy, bringing in new forms of abundance, creative ideas, and all types of opportunities. Even the simplest act of receiving is healing, and it is a powerful step in the manifestation process. It's all about the Empress energy, whether you are male or not. You have to learn to receive. Okay? Let others give to you. Ooh. I guess that's confirmation from God. Thank you, God. That was pretty awesome. I don't know if you heard that thunder, but hopefully you did. Set your sights higher. I love when that happens. I love when that happens. And it doesn't happen often. It's actually happened twice to me in 1 week. Anyway, this card indicates that you've been trying to rationalize that some situation is okay when it isn't. You've settled for less than you desire and for much less than you deserve. You don't need to compromise. Heaven will help you heal or will replace troubling situations in your life. All you need to do is ask for heaven's help and then adhere to the guidance that results. Take time today to visualize and dream about your true heart's desires. Don't worry about being disappointed. You deserve a great life and you have the power and the heavenly help to accomplish it. Fear and worry slow down your manifestation, so keep releasing all cares and doubts to heaven. You may feel intimidated by moving up to a higher plateau in your journey. However, you have heaven's reassurance that you're ready. Reach for the stars, know that you're qualified and deserving of these gifts, and open your arms to receive them. Stop being afraid of your power. It's the true divine power that comes from God, not that comes from man. Not what man says power is, okay? That goes for both male and female. Divine masculine, divine feminine, all right? You are really going to be reprogrammed, guys. Like, seriously. Don't settle for less than you deserve. This is the high quality female. It's the high quality male right there. Okay? What is it that you're desiring? Go after that. Again, with the compromising. But there is they do compromise on things, okay? Because that brings the harmony. But the Empress isn't always just giving herself up. She isn't giving up her happiness. She isn't giving up her wants and desires, right? Which is why I was talking about the sex thing here. If she wants something in the bedroom, she's going to ask for it. If she doesn't want something, then she's going to voice that, right? That type of thing. And he's going to be respectful towards that. It goes both ways. She doesn't settle for less. She knows her worth and she gets what she deserves. But that's because she's in alignment with that and she's always following her heart's desires. And she's not giving her power away to anyone. Pay attention. Playtime. Oops. Why am I reading playtime? That's the other side of the page. Heaven is giving you important messages, and by drawing this card, you're asked to pay extra attention to them. Notice conversations you overhear, comments made to you by others, and inner feelings and thoughts. Look for common threads among the signs and as their forms of guidance to help you manifest your divine purpose and desires. It's not your imagination that heaven is sending you signs and divine guidance. Anytime you hear or feel something 3 or more times, especially within a short time period, its information is worthy of your attention. These signs also give you feedback about your current belief systems, since your thoughts attract mirroring experiences. Use these signs to heal beliefs that dishonor you and swim in the direction that your guidance points you towards. See? The inner guidance. Again. Accept heaven's help. You've prayed for help, so get out of the way and let heaven help you. That's probably why God was like in my ear. What was I saying about the misunderstandings or something? Understand your place, understand your role. They want me to read it. You've asked, what should I do next? This card responds, trust that your prayers have been heard and answered. Simply rest and retreat for now. After all, you prayed for divine intervention, so step aside and let heaven intervene, as this is the help you prayed for. You can assist the process initiated by your prayers through quiet contemplation. Ask heaven to give you very clear, easily understandable guidance, letting you know if you need to take any action. In the meantime, enjoy knowing your angels and guides surround you in your situation with loving care. See what I was saying about the Empress? She knows when to take action and when not to. So for some of you, you're being asked not to do something, not to take action on something, because some of you are trying to control too much. All right? Rest and retreat. A true Empress, a true divine feminine knows when to do that. She doesn't have to do everything. She doesn't have to control everything. She listens to what God tells her. If God tells her, like God told me, you're going to stop taking the lead, you're going to give the lead role to your masculine. Okay, understood. Crystal clear, right? So get out of the way. You prayed for it. Let heaven help you. Don't start freaking out, and don't start doubting, and don't start trying to manipulate and control the situation. All right? She knows better than to do that. Okay. Let's do what you need to let go of. What does Aquarius need to let go of? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians. Please and thank you. These cards make me want to go to Hawaii. This whole theme makes me want to go to Hawaii, which is why I have this theme for July. You are willing and able and won't give in or stop hoping. Enjoy your journey to love. You're not going to give in and you're not going to stop hoping. Set your sights higher, guys. There is something way better for you here, but you got to understand what your role is and you got to get into alignment with that. And balance your masculine and feminine energies. Fragrant are the flowers that bloom when you smile and let go. That was then. This is now. Let go of last year, last week, and yesterday, and live in the present moment. All right. I need to make... Oh, my God. The sun's right in my face. I don't know if you guys can see, but the sun's in my face. I think the camera got really dark. I can't tell. What is this full moon in Capricorn bringing Aquarius? Spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian, Sirians, please and thank you. Thank you for your wisdom, your guidance, your support, and your... Oh my God, your clarity. Your dreams need a practical plan. Full moon in Taurus. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. I said Pisces. Somebody's dealing with the Pisces right there. And I talked about Earth. There's Taurus energy there. Step out of your comfort zone. The North Node. A personal issue reaches resolution. The full moon in Cancer. Be bold and make the first move. The cardinal moon. Oh my God. I hope I can get through this. All right. I can do this. I can do this. Full moon. No, they want me to read the North Node first. Guys, what you want, your heart's desires, true love, abundance, wealth, all of that stuff, it is not in your South Node. That's where your karma is. It's all in your North Node. You gotta have to do something you've never done to get something you've never had. To get something you've never had. Whatever the hell I said. There's a strong feeling when you get this card that it's time to leave the past behind because you're headed in the right direction. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the thing that scares you. This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly what you've asked about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life in your direction, so take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? I know I'm headed in the right direction. You're headed for something which feels like destiny. You need to face a fear and get over it. Time to stop obsessing about someone or something. Stand on your own 2 feet. You've got this. That's what I said. This shows us what we need to do and where we need to go with our life to find satisfaction, fulfillment, and happiness. In order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. Get away from your comfort zone. What you are hoping and desiring for, your masculine, your feminine, they're not in the South Node. They're waiting for you in the North Node, which means you got to do some crazy shit. You face your fears and your demons, and you got to become somebody that you never thought you would be. You got to do the thing that scares you the most. If it doesn't scare you, it's not part of your purpose. Within reason. Within reason. Full moon in Cancer. A personal issue reaches resolution. There could be something of an explosion of feelings around now or surrounding your question. It's important to be sensitive to other people when you pull this card. There are some very fine sensibilities around, so tread carefully as you move towards your goals or dreams. This card indicates an especially feminine time. It also heralds the time to deal with any family issues coming up. Nothing to worry about. It signals a challenge is now coming to an end. This card also suggests both that a domestic matter or private issue will soon come to a head, and that it's a great time to move house. The answer to your question lies in being a kind leader. This is the time for you to step up and agree to overcome your insecurities. It may be be best to move towards what you want in a sideways manner. Meditate to soothe heightened emotions. Don't be clingy. Stop sulking. Have you had enough family time lately? This means that with this card, there's a sense that all is well as it should be, or don't worry, all will soon be well. Oop, there's the low battery again. All right. Full moon in Taurus. You need to weave a bit of magic, and sometimes you need to be practical. Sometimes you need to find a combination of the two. You need to use the laws of attraction to draw on what you want by imagining it, expecting it, welcoming it, and embodying it too. But you need to balance that with taking down-to-earth steps toward your goals. This isn't about wishing on the moon and hoping for the best. It's about making something like a list of bullet points and how to achieve your dreams. If you're asking about money, this card heralds a change of financial fortunes depending on both your past actions and what you're expecting and therefore attracting. Laziness could explain your current situation. If so, change that and own it. Chasing money doesn't work. You need to chase a dream. Jealousy or envy create negative energy and attract negativity. More exercise is called for. It's time to get back to earth, to get grounded, to work through any negative feelings you've been dealing with, and to find a balance between passionate and being overly intense. Money issues may come to a head at the time of the full moon in Taurus, but you can take this card as a sign to pay more attention to your cash flow no matter when you draw it. We had the pay attention card already. New moon in Pisces. This speaks of dreams of romance and soulmates in poetry. It suggests there's a new start coming your way that's connected to a matter that leaves you feeling somewhere between having your head in the clouds and being in a totally altered state. There could be confusion and disappointment if that's what you've had, that's what you had before and that's what you're expecting. However, if you're onto a good thing, then wish hard because the words of your soul and your heart can help bring about the manifestation of your dreams. If all that sounds a little wet, watery for you, then that's Pisces. This is the last sign of the zodiac, and the new moon in Pisces cards can suggest a last-ditch chance to make your dreams come true. Use your feelings to guide your way. Logic is not going to help you right now. Face your fears. They may be holding you back. The situation is being healed. Time to surrender to the divine. Let go, let God. Avoid being deceptive or willingly deceived. It's a time to listen to your feelings and to allow your emotions free reign. Whatever you're feeling as you pull this card is more likely than the truth, unless you've been kidding yourself somehow, and only you know if that's the case or not. Cardinal. Oh my God, where's the cardinal moon? Cardinal moon, cardinal moon. Third balsamic. Shit. Come on, cardinal. Where are you? 104. Be bold and make the first move. Now it's time to be bold, bossy, even take matters into your own hands. Cardinal signs are powerful and self-starting. This could also be, for others of you, you got to start taking the lead in your own life. Taking back your personal power. Taking control of the situation at hand. All right? Self-starting. That's Aries energy with the Emperor. Okay? You're going to need to be all these things to get your ideal resolution or position in the situation you're asking about. This card may challenge you on how strongly you really want something. If you're worrying about a situation, it's a suggestion to be less passive. Instead, take an assertive stance as you steer events where you want them to go. Speak up for what you want. If you're serious about sorting things out, you may need to take the lead in some way to step up as a leader. I am taking charge of my destiny. Be bold and follow your heart and your emotions. Avoid recklessness or moving too fast. See with the patience. Come into your power. The time for action is now. Okay? It's a sign that something new is starting and you quite possibly need to take the lead in it. You want things to change in your life, Aquarius. You need to take the lead. You got to be in your emperor role. Okay? And some of you need to take the lead with regards to you embodying this empress energy. Others of you who are watching this, if God has been calling you to take action on something, to take the lead on something, then do that. If you are a actual divine masculine here, if that is your divine role this lifetime, and God is asking you to move forward towards your feminine, to make that offer, it is time for you to do it. Okay? Your hard work is going to pay off. Let's see what what's going on with love and relationships for Aquarius. What is going on with love and relationships for Aquarius? spirit guides, angels, galactic family, Pleiadian Sirians. So again, if you've been told to retreat, to take a rest, to let yourself receive, listen to that guidance. If you've been told by God to take action, to start doing things for yourself and taking control of your life, then you do that. It's going to be up to you because it's your intuition you need to listen to. Receive with love and appreciation. There's the receiving energy again. Gracious acceptance is a way to show love. Bottom of the deck is turn on your heart light. Reflect on a time when you experienced love. 34. Be courteous when someone gives you something in simple being courteous when someone gives you something is simple consideration. The angels encourage you to graciously receive as an act of kindness. Allow someone to express love by expecting what they want to do for or give to you. Being appreciative expresses your feelings through action. Extend your gratitude by saying a heartfelt thank you to those who take the time to help you. Showing appreciation is good manners. It demonstrates your respect for someone's time, knowledge, energy, or assistance, and that you truly realize what has been given to you. Open gratitude connects you to the giver in a deeper way. A sincere appreciation of people and their role in your life creates a mutual connection. A nature sprite gently catches a snowflake in her hand. Snowflakes reflect a need for gentleness. You might interpret a snowflake as a message from heaven. The doves around the sprite's head are confirmation that your feelings and intuition are connected to your divine guidance. You can expand this guidance by willingly expressing your appreciation. This is a signal that you are open to receiving further guidance. Once you do this, your blessings will be limitless. See, your internal guidance is you connecting to the divine, okay? If you're asking for God to show you, to speak to you in a certain way, listen to your gut. Your internal GPS system is God speaking to you. You do not need to hear something. You do not need to see something. It's your gut. That's God, because you are God within. Thinking of loving moments will enable you to open your heart. Drawing on a memory of love reopens and heals your heart to receiving love. It is important to keep your heart light on and broadcast your love out into the world. Discover ways to convey extra love to each person in your life. The world is always reflecting your thoughts about yourself and those around you. If you think the world is a positive and loving place, that will be what you experience most of the time. Getting back to a place where you believed in love will bring more love back to you. A picturesque woman faces the future with a hand placed over her heart. She recalls a tender memory. The feathers adorning her hair are a message of love. It may be that someone or something is trying to reach out to you. Feathers may prompt you to understand that infinite people cherish you. Breathe into your heart and imagine its light is a beacon that calls to those you love. What was I saying about you being that beacon of light? For a lot of you, you're doing that to call your person in. This is what stood out to me. Someone or something is trying to reach out to you. Be open to receiving that. If you're being stubborn about it, you could totally mess up the blessings coming your way. All right? All right, guys. That's your reading. I hope this helped you. If you would like a personal reading or you want to sign up for a 14-day free trial of my membership to give you access to my exclusive content that I do not put on this channel. It's very insightful. It is very valuable. It helps to supplement these readings. You get daily guidance videos. You get unlimited access to guided meditation videos. You get to see what you need to heal for the month, what needs to be unblocked for the month, and other types of stuff depending on the tier that you purchase or you sign up for the free trial for. Even if you try it for 14 days and you cancel it, that's fine. If you keep the membership, that's great too. It's easily cancelable. It's very easy to cancel it, okay? If you have a current membership and you want to upgrade that, by all means, go ahead and do that. It's very easy to do that as well. I've been having people do that and it hasn't been a problem as far as I know. They've been able to easily upgrade their memberships. So if you're looking for additional guidance and looking to receive help or give back or whatever, you know, even if it's giving back to me with regards to all the hard work that I put into all of this stuff, try out the membership. It will really, really help you out if you feel drawn. If you have any questions about the memberships, let me know. If you have any questions about personal readings, let me know. What else was there? Remember, you got to step out of your comfort zone to get what it is that your heart's desiring, guys. Your blessings, your miracles are not in the south node. It's in the north node. Yeah, you have any questions at all, check out the description box below to check out the memberships or to book personal readings, or go to capellawellness.com. Look for the Capella membership subject heading or the Capella service suite to see what else I offer as services. All right. Okay, also with the memberships, I'm going to start doing members only live streams. I'm changing up the way I go about doing things. This full moon in Capricorn is really getting me to reevaluate some stuff about what I am giving in my channel and what I am doing for the work that I do. So if you want to see more of me and you want me to give you more guidance in a live setting or to read for you in a live setting, I would highly recommend that you sign up for a membership or at least try it out, okay? Because I'm going to be doing more member type stuff in the very near future. All right. All right, guys, that concludes your reading. Thank you so very much for watching this video, for subscribing to this channel. For subscribing to this channel if you haven't already, and for illuminating that thumbs up button. I would greatly appreciate it. I wish you the best today and always. I send you so, so much love, and I hope I illuminated your well-being today. Again, this is Jess with Capella Wellness, starring out.